Main screen, turn on. How are you, gentlemen?
Somebody set us up the game.
Somebody set us up the one shot.
To us.
All your covers are belong to us. Alright, so we are now streaming live. We're going to give everyone about 30 seconds to a minute to watch the wonderful ad that keeps Twitch in business. I'm going to quit out of
the ads are now. There's no more Fallout 3 ads or Fallout 4 ads, probably.
I was going to say, there's probably not Fallout 3 ads.
Probably not.
Did everybody see that I started a second playthrough of Fallout 4 and I made myself a Baron Blade character? I did, and it looks good. I couldn't make the eyes two different colors. That was one of the things that I was really bummed about in the character creator. But
are you playing him as role-playing him as Baron Blade and what Baron Blade would do?
I haven't really been yet. My goal with this character was I wanted to play him as a pure luck melee character. So I maxed out my luck. I was going to do luck and strength, and that was going to be it. But there's a couple of early things, like you have to use a power armor thing to finish one of the first quests, and blah blah blah. And so we'll see. I'm playing it very slowly because I finally started resetting up the theater at my new house, and I've been watching movies. So I rewatched Pacific Rim last night, and before that I watched Wanted, that movie with the guy who plays Professor X and Angelina Jolie from. Actually, I know exactly when it's from because it's from 2009. And when I opened up my Blu-ray, I discovered that I had an unredeemed digital copy that was supposed to have expired in December of 2009, but it didn't expire. I was able to redeem it on iTunes. It's very exciting.
I would like to know an actor who can pull off playing both Professor X and Angelina Jolie.
What I'm saying is the actor who plays Angelina Jolie, the actor who plays Angelina Jolie and Professor X. That was who was in this movie. We seem to have lost Jean-Marc again. So, good evening, everybody. Jean-Marc is supposed to be joining us. He keeps falling out of the Skype. I don't know what's going on. I guess the internet to Canada is underwater or something.
The internet to Australia is definitely underwater. There's been about 2 months worth of rain here in 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's actually finally winter here in Cleveland. We have been getting in the teens. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's below freezing. I know that much. Let's add Jean-Marc back into the stream. So yes, we've got an extra bonus person this evening if he can get his Skype working, and that'd be Jean-Marc, our wonderful maestro/engine dude. Fair warning to everyone in the chat, and I warned my illustrious colleagues about this as well. My daughter just started a new ice skating schedule today, which had me up at like 6 to get her to the ice rink in time, and so I am very tired. But I think we'll still be able to play and have a good time. I know that Jean-Marc was actually trying to re-download some DLC as well while he was doing that. So
he's now turned to orange. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see how that works. All right, so where did my thingy go? There it is. All right, so welcome one and all to Tuesday night Sentinels Live, the Handelabra live stream of Sentinels of the Multiverse. As you all know by now, the goal of these streams is to show you how to play the game, but mostly, to just sort of have fun and cover some strategy that can maybe help you win. We are the developers. 2 of us are the developers. 1 of us is a developer who keeps falling off of line. But you can always be sure to get some insight into the process of development and maybe even see some stuff before anyone else. Right now we are in an expansion cycle, which means we've been showing off new stuff from the upcoming expansion, Shattered Timelines, and we'll be showing off some more content this evening. I believe we're going to be showing off a new villain. But before we get to that, I need to finish my little script here. The game includes a tutorial that covers the basics, but we'll do our best to explain what we're doing, when we do it, and why. And depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we may play more than one full game in a session. Sessions typically last somewhere between an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. Last week was ridiculous. We're not doing another week later. I think I didn't leave until 10:20. Which was fun. Don't misunderstand me. We won both the games, and that Advanced Any game was actually pretty solid. But we're definitely not doing that again. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iPad, Android tablets, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam. And you can get the game and learn more about it at sentinelsdigital.com. gmail.com.
I see Jean-Marc is logged in as you in the chat.
Uh-oh. Yeah, what's going on? Uh-oh.
He's switching computers.
He is switching computers, hoping to get in. Let's see if we can maybe add him back into the thingy here.
Apparently people are looking forward to Shattered Timelines.
Yes.
Apparently it's sort of popular expansion.
Well, I'll be honest with you, like, I know that, we started to get to know Sentinels of the Multiverse when they were actually kickstarting Rook City. So we've known them pretty much mostly since the beginning, but I really started to think of the game as being a thing that we might make around the Shattered Timelines expansion. And so this is, like, the content that we're working on now is the content that I remember thinking of as, like, that's the cool new Sentinels content. So this is sort of the moment where we're switching over from, like, what I consider to be old school Sentinels to, like, modern Sentinels, if that's even a thing. And yes, it's very exciting to start testing some of this new content. I just played against Capitan earlier today and had a good time with it. I did not win, but it was fun. I actually tried to go up against the Dreamer again as well, and twice, and I lost both times. I attribute the fact that we won last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I attribute that to John because he knows the game very well and he was able to help strategize. I'm still trying to figure out a really good way to deal with the Dreamer without actually accidentally killing her. So there's that. Are you there, Jean-Marc?
Step back from the all damage all the time.
I am. Sorry, everybody. I don't know. But I'm doing one of the pieces of music that takes up the most resources I've ever used on my computer, and I guess it's having some residual effects because everything is not.
And what piece of music would that be, Jean-Marc?
Time Cataclysm.
The Time Cataclysm. You guys might have actually heard, if you were sharp listeners, you probably heard a little piece of that at the end of the Chrono Ranger trailer. Because as one might expect with something like a Time Cataclysm, all the timelines are sort of melding together. So what would that mean? It means that all of the music is melding together. And that's probably why Jean-Marc is using all his resources, because every piece of music he's made yet for the game is included in the Time Cataclysm.
Even some music that he hasn't made yet.
That's right. That is true.
Yeah,
right.
it's like, yeah, my computer hates me. So anyway, I just switched computers because that might work better.
Poor Jean-Marc's computer.
It's a time machine.
All right, so let's make a game here. All right.
See,
so yes, we have been showing off. I apologize, by the way, for the fact that last week's stream didn't go up until this morning. I actually thought I had posted it because I was doing it. I came to the office to actually do the stream last week, but then I went home and I did the rest of it from home. And I actually thought I had posted it, but I realized I hadn't actually pushed all the buttons. So it didn't go live until this morning on YouTube and sort of the after the fact, the highlights, etc. So thank you for your patience. But yeah, last week we previewed the Dreamer, and then we also played an advanced game against the Ennead. Was our second game last week, which was a lot of fun, but longer than I would have liked. So yeah, so we're going to be showing off more Shattered Timelines content this evening, and I believe that the consensus was La Capitan?
Yep.
All
Did you see our game, Jean-Marc?
Yeah, I tried playing against her for the first time yesterday and lost horribly.
All right, so here's La Capitan, the Time Corsair. Setup. At the start of the game, La Capitan enters play. Time Corsair sign up. La Paradoja Magnifica is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 3 or more cards under this card, La Capitan flips. Whenever a hero card is destroyed by a villain card, it is placed under this card. At the end of the villain turn, La Capitan deals the hero target with the highest HP, H-1 projectile damage. Then when she flips over, and this is actually a mechanic that I really dig. I lost to it, but it's a pretty cool thing. At the start of the villain turn, each villain target regains H XP, where H is the number of cards under this card. But whenever La Capitan would be dealt damage, a card from under this card is moved to the appropriate trash. If this happens, the damage is prevented. At the end of the villain turn, if there are no cards under this card, La Capitan flips. Now, one of the things that I discovered, which is obvious if you read these cards literally, which unfortunately sometimes I don't do, if you remove all the cards from underneath her, she is no longer immune to damage, although she technically wasn't ever immune to damage. And so if you can get them all out with, like, for instance, your first hero, you can wail on her on this side, even if she hasn't flipped back over. So it's kind of like Citizen Dawn, but not exactly, because of this whole under her character card mechanic, which is really pretty cool. I dug it a lot when I was playing her earlier, despite the fact that I lost.
Yeah, and she can get more cards under her on this side too.
Yes,
if she plays certain cards.
And that's exactly right. Was it Time Bandit, I believe?
Temporal Thief.
Temporal Thief. Something
Similar.
like that. It's Thesaurus is what that card is. And yeah, that's exactly what happened at one point. She was on this side. She had no cards under her. I'd been wailing onto her, but then she played the Time Bandit, as it were. And she got 3 more cards underneath her, and so she didn't flip back over again. But yeah, so it's some interesting mechanics with Capitan. So that's who we're gonna play this evening. And environment-wise, I feel like there's a nautical theme. So why don't we do Ruins of Atlantis?
Nice.
Works for me.
All right,
Get
so
the Krakens to attack her crew.
yes, that's exactly it. All right. So let's see, hero-wise, I'm going to let you guys pick, and I'll pick last. So see what you want to play, and then I'll go after you've decided.
I would like the Scholar.
Jean-Marc has picked the Scholar, an excellent choice from Mini Pack 2 that recently came out. Very popular choice.
Yeah, I really like him.
Ooh, Magrin P goes for Absolute Zero. Let's see. Some people are calling for Omnitron X. We may show Omnitron X. We're definitely going to show Omnitron X soon. Not this game, I don't think. I think I am, however, going to play... no.
A lot of heroes to choose from now.
There are a lot of heroes to choose from, yeah. You know, I have not played Wraith recently. I think I'm going to do Wraith. Alright, how are we feeling about order?
That's fine.
This looks good? Do we want to do a 4th hero? Or do we think that we can do this with just 3?
I'm fine with 3.
Alright.
Let's try it.
Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to play...
Losing, I just like trying stuff.
Alright, so we're going to do La Capitan at Ruins of Atlantis versus the Scholar, Absolute Zero, and the Wraith. Here we go.
Evil Dice Monkey asks to tell her full name. You can go to last week's stream and read that. Or listen to that. It's in there. Either last week's or the week before.
Hand over all your valuables or get thrown overboard. Now let's all just, like, sit back and think a spell. No need to get all riled up.
So this is the actual new artwork as well.
Yeah, actually, I kind of, because I didn't finish posting everything last week, I actually did a bit of a cheat. We got the new Dreamer artwork since last week, so the screenshot, the, like, opening graphic for last week's stream, I used the new villain artwork for Dreamer, despite the fact that she does not appear that way in the game as we play it. Alright, so let's see here. What do we got? Scholar starts with a Bring What You Need, Proverbs and Axioms, and 2 Transmuted Recoveries. Absolute Zero starts with a Cold Snap, a Horfire, an Impale, and his Isothermic Transducer. And the Wraith starts with her favorite card, Impromptu Invention, 2 Stun Bolts, and a Throat Jab. Interesting. A lot of damage mitigation happening there. Out comes the La Paradoja Magnifica, that is her time ship. And then we get a Raiding Party. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until 2 crew members are revealed. So it looks like we're going to get Chip and the Amazing Mabel. First one I try to get rid of because she destroys ongoings and equipments, which drives me crazy.
Well, she also plays the top card of the villain deck, which is worse. That's worse. It's actually, this is a really rough start.
Alright, highest HP, probably Absolute Zero, since he has... Well, actually, both of them have some pretty solid inherent healing.
Yeah, I would choose Scholar because he needs to be able to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Scholar's a great tank.
Oh, yeah,
especially because, like, yeah, he needs to be able to have, you know, like, if he's got his, not Bring What You Need. What's the one where he hits everything and then heals based on the number he's hit?
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way! Ah, what a great card. Especially when paired with his elemental. Someone is doing dishes.
Yeah. So when I'm playing like Capitan, my usual focus is on the ship because playing the top card of the villain deck is rough.
Yeah.
But we also have the amazing Mabel who also plays the top card. So
and she's a quick kill.
Yeah, she's easier to kill. So if we can get rid of Mabel, that would be really good.
So None Left asks, Handlebar Games, will there be special opening line for Legacy and variants against Iron Legacy? Just curious if it will be added. You know, it's funny that you should mention that, because special opening lines, up till this point, have been reserved for Nemesis. And technically, Legacy and Iron Legacy are not Nemesis. So I guess you'll just have to wait until Shadow Timelines comes out to find out if that is a thing that we have decided to do for this expansion.
Right.
And by we, I mean Christopher, because he would be the one who writes them.
Yes. Shadow Timelines has by far the most new lines for any expansion because of all the nemesis of Iron Legacy.
Yes, indeed. All right, Scholar, it's up to you, man. What's going on?
All right.
Can you show us the ship text? Sure. So, La Paradoja Magnifica, Relic Time Ship. At the end of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. Actually, yeah, that's right. I haven't been looking at the cards, which is what I like to do when we have a new deck. At the start of the villain deck, shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck. Then we've got Chip. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. At the start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. He's very annoying. And Amazing Mabel. This card is immune to melee damage. At the end of the villain turn, destroy a hero, ongoing, or equipment. At the start of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck.
I don't know if we're going to be able to kill Mabel. I can do 2 damage to her.
I mean, I have my impromptu invention, so I might be able to get out, like...
You could do 4. If you're lucky, you could do 5.
Yeah.
If you get a Razor Ordnance or Murder Targeting, then you could get both, but that's pretty low odds.
I could allow us all to draw a card and just see what we get, but...
That might be nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I get a...
Solid Liquid. Ooh, onboard module.
That's good.
And Razor Ordnance.
There, so okay, yeah, so you can do 5, no problem,
yep.
Mabel, and I can do 1.
Cool.
Someone has speakers that are healing very loudly.
Yeah, because I switched computers, I didn't have anything set. Okay, all sound is off. And that's that. Just heal up, draw a card.
And we move to Absolute Zero.
Excellent. Thank you for the card draw.
No problem.
Alright, and with his isothermic transduction, we have Amazing Mabel down to 5. And I am going to impromptu invention. And I draw a trust fund, but I'm going to actually grab my micro-targeting and put it into play. And then play my Razor Ordnance, which usually does 3, but thanks to that micro-targeting is actually going to do 5, which means we'll be able to get Amazing Mabel out right away. Which is excellent, because otherwise that would have been, what, 3 card plays next turn?
3 card, yeah, exactly. That would be pretty rough.
Out comes the Pillars of Hercules.
Oh, and now she's playing 3 cards anyways. It would have been 4.
And there she flips! So you get to see, you guys are getting to see all the artwork right off the bat here.
Her flip artwork is so cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was actually wondering about that because in the card game, her flipped card art has 4 different versions of her across times. And as you can see here, we see only 2, but just you wait. Alright, so we get an all together now, which is Before we move on, I'm gonna back up and pull, and then we get a raiding party. I'm gonna pull those up and read them so that everyone can see what's happening exactly. Siegebreaker, it's another crew member that comes out. He reduces damage to himself, which is frustrating because it makes him harder to get rid of. And here, this raiding party card is gonna have us destroy a card. I can get rid of my micro targeting, I guess. If that's okay with everybody.
Just taking a look here. Yeah,
I want to get rid of the Razor Ordnance because you have a stun bolt you could use the micro targeting with. Depends on what you want to do, though.
Yeah. I also do have 2 trust funds. How much does stun bolt do by itself? 2? 1.
1. It'll do this with the targeting computer. It will do the same as the Razor Ordnance and do the damage reduction. So it's just as good.
Yeah, that's fine. And there's that irreducible fire, which is gonna react. And so, what are we gonna focus on the ship next? Do you think?
Yeah, the ship is generally I try to kill the ship because it plays more cards, and that adds up pretty fast.
All right. So, just a quick reminder: the Pillars of Hercules, players can play an additional card, use an additional power, and draw an additional card, but at the cost of playing the top card of the villain deck each turn. And if we want to get rid of it, we can skip.
That's the last altogether now. So if we destroy the ship, it won't come back. That card brings back the ship if it's in the trash. So.
Aha. All right, so yeah, we're going through the Scholar's turn here, but you might have noticed that now that we are on the hero turn and no longer on the villain turn, you can see that we have 2 different versions of the of La Capitan in the artwork. Adam really did a good job. I really dig what's going on with La Capitan.
Yeah, this one goes really well with Ruins of Atlantis.
Yes, it does.
All right, so.
Pillars of Hercules is so tempting, but
I know it's oof, yeah. We're at 20, 20, and 24, so we're still pretty good for HP. But yeah, La Capitan can be really tough if a lot of her crew is out.
Do we have a way to?
My turn.
Yeah, Scholar's turn.
I mean, we could do a lot with double stuff this early to get set up, but I don't know. It's up to you, John Mark.
Yeah, my play style is I would not skip. I would just be playing cards and using powers and going crazy. But
that's like it's super exciting. Sentinels mode is to just leave this card out.
Yes, yeah, totally.
All right.
Yes, good man.
Maybe you can destroy it on your turn, Jeremy. Then still get some of the benefit.
Let's see.
She might destroy it too. I think she has a card that destroys the environment.
Oh.
Or maybe she doesn't. Oh, she doesn't actually.
Forgot I couldn't use powers. Darn. Okay.
Oh, right. So it wasn't as good, yeah.
Wait, why couldn't he use powers?
Because he got hit by...
I walked the plank.
Oh, yeah. Walk the plank. Oh, right, I meant to do that. Let's pop open her trash and look at some of those cards real quick. So, yeah, let's look at Walk the Plank. La Capitan deals the hero character card with the highest HP 3 projectile damage. That hero's player cannot use powers until the start of the villain turn, so that's what happened there. Temporal Thief, this is when we were talking about Time Bandit. She puts the top card of each hero deck under La Capitan's villain card, and this is why she flipped, because she got 3 under there. And then we got Raiding Party, reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until 2 crew members are revealed. We already had one of these, I believe. Yeah, that was one of the first cards. So yeah, that's how she got extra crew members out, but that's also why Scholar is kind of neutered for the moment.
Alright, see how we do with this Pillars of Hercules strategy.
Yeah, impale her. All right, so I have got.
Oh,
I don't like this
one.
one.
That.
Yeah, all right, let's read that real quick. Maria Helena's Revenge. Whenever a villain target is destroyed, La Capitan deals each hero target 2 psychic damage. That one is one of the reasons why I lost when I was playing against her earlier. Nope, we're going to keep it out. I'm going to start with Trust Fund. So I can see what else I can get. We got a Stun Bolt. Another Trust Fund. Get my Razor Ordnance back. And a Grappling Hook.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right, so we can get rid of one of these Trust Funds. And I think I'm going to get rid of one of the Stun Bolts because I got 3 of them now. And... Yeah, I mean, I can grapple that Maria Helena's Revenge.
I can use Field Freeze to get rid of it.
Yeah? Okay. In that case, then... I feel like I should probably just Razor Ordnance the Magnifica. Unless somebody has a better choice. Like, I can Stun Bolt something if we want. What's doing the most damage right now? Is that Chip?
No.
He has 2 at the front and 2 at the back.
Battleforge and Final Breath are doing 3 each. I guess Chip's doing 2 and 2, yeah.
Does Battleforge do a target with the lowest? Does she have anything that's doing it across everybody now?
No.
Yeah, and Throat Jab is melee damage. Alright, so I'll get out Stun Bolt and I'll hit whoever you guys think I should hit.
Yeah, if you want to use Stun Bolt, then Chip would be the best target, I think.
Alright, that's what I'm going to do then. And I guess I'm going to Stealth since I have a second power to use.
Is there also Dale?
Which also makes me the highest, so that's good. So that means at least one of those is going to be skipped. And what did I draw? I drew an Impromptu Invention, and I missed the second one. Oh, another Walk the Plank. Oh, and it's hitting me.
That's okay. Start of the villain turn, it expires.
Oh, right, because yeah, that's right. It's coming out right at the beginning of it's coming out on the environment turn.
Toxic Seaweed.
At the end of the environment turn, one player may discard their hand to destroy this card. Ugh.
You can use your Grappling Hook on it.
Yeah. Skip it.
We'll live with 2 damage.
That's better than discarding your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless you have an empty hand.
Yeah, if you have an empty hand or like a 1-card hand, fine. But this early in the game, especially after all the card draws we've been doing.
Oh, there is another altogether now. Oh, because
that's because the
ship
trash got shuffled in.
Right, the trash keeps getting reshuffled.
Yeah, because of the ship.
So you never know.
And then out comes Helena's Revenge again.
It's alright, I'm going to destroy both of those.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this Pillars of Hercules, it's exciting, but I don't think it's a good idea for trying to win the game.
It's a good way to make a game go quickly, that's for sure.
That's true. And yeah, and she's healing everything all the time, so I'm just going to plink her so she stops doing that because it's annoying. Get her to flip over. Here comes Mabel.
Oh boy.
And Le Beast.
Garador has no faith in us. He's already declared that we've lost.
Oh, we haven't lost yet.
Oh, we have not lost yet, my friend. We've come back from worse, I guarantee it. Go back to, what was that Grand Warlord Voss game that we didn't do a single point of damage until 57 minutes into the stream?
Alright, remember you get 2. Oh, you skipped! I thought you were going to go for the get out of the way double combo.
Well...
I'm okay with either way. I mean, honestly, I can understand why we'd want to stop that train.
It's true. It's a bad train.
Although, yeah, double get out of the way would have been... You would have been basically back up to almost full HP.
Alright, she has no cards under her now.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys got your ongoing environment destruction out, so
Sure.
that left me to be the skipper.
I
Hopefully
guess then you didn't have to pay for solid liquid. Do you want to keep it, or should I destroy it for another damage?
Yeah,
I guess if you want to keep it, then that's fine. But if you weren't planning to keep it, then I could use it. Alright, and 2 damage to everything.
Yeah, so John, I see some people are discussing the one-shot in the chat. John was mentioning that this one-shot, this is our third one, and it has been slightly polarizing, because depending on how you play, essentially the first couple bits of the game, it can go very differently. It can be anywhere from slightly challenging to really, really hard, depending on how you play it. Alright, so let's see. Obviously, I'm going to start with Impromptu Invention, because that's going to...
Remember, we want to grappling hook that seaweed after.
Yes. So let's see what I got. I drew a smoke bombs, and then let's see, if I've already got micro-targeting in play. So we got 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, like if I put out... Oh, utility belt, that's interesting. I was going to probably go for throwing knives and then get Mabel completely done, do another 3 against the Magnifica, and maybe 3 against La Piste.
Throwing knives is good too.
Yeah, see, you guys both have the same icon, so I'm not sure who's voting for what. Yeah, I'm going to go for throwing knives because... Damage! Hello!
That's Mark's icon will have a green outline.
Oh, right. Okay.
Outline.
Right, and then I'm going to grappling hook... what am I grappling hooking? The seaweed? Yeah, right. Because that would, of course, be the only choice. Alright, and then let's get rid of...
Highcross says it's not polarizing, but it is polarizing. So if you read the forums, you can see that that is the case. There are many people who say they like it, there are many people who say they don't like it. That's what polarizing is.
And let's see, so we'll do 3 against the Beast, and then we'll do another 3 against Magnifica. And there I drew the utility belt, so I can use that next turn if need be. Yes, Evil Dice Monkey, thank you for, we've talked about that a bit, like about the community and you guys all playing the game together and talking about it, and so I'm psyched to see that you guys are doing exactly what we were really hoping for, which is that you're making a thing of it every week, and that's awesome.
We all get to discard.
Yeah, I'd probably get rid of No One to Turn Loose. I rarely use that card just because there's so many better things for the Scholar to do when he has lots of cards.
Well, yeah, it's sort of a finisher.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to know when to use it.
You need to know when to hold it and know when
There's
to
a certain
it.
time when it's, like, very useful to have that card. So...
I already have a micro-targeting out, so I think I'll get rid of that.
Let's see, will I survive?
Oh, I didn't even realize the chamber was out. I wasn't paying attention.
You discarded for it.
I know, but I was trying to read the chat, so I was just kind of bouncing back and forth.
Alright, Maria Helena's Revenge came back, so
Of course,
we'll have to be careful. You do have a throat jab, which if you use that, then you'll be okay. So who is this? Siegebreaker? Yeah, I can't really take anyone out, so I'll just take the ship.
So Evil Dice Monkey says, will you have a weekly one-shot where the goal is not just to play the game, but something like it's midpoint through the game, you are partially set up, kill the villain in 2 rounds? Not for the moment, but that is actually a separate mode that we're considering doing later, which we're sort of internally, we're calling it puzzle mode. The idea of like setting up a game specifically and giving you a specific goal that isn't necessarily like beat the villain, but it's like get out of this particular situation. We've got a bit of the skeleton in place to support a mode like that, but not enough to actually do exactly what you're saying. So I wouldn't expect it anytime soon, but yes, that is something that we have considered.
Alright. Get out of the way. Let's see, does order matter here? I don't think so.
True Shot, is that the one that heals when something happens?
Yeah, it heals every time a hero plays a card.
Ah.
So you gotta kind of take it out all at once.
How did I get down to 2 HP? When did that happen exactly?
It happened when you decided, let's keep Pillars of Hercules out.
Yeah, probably.
That's when that happened. It just took a little while for it to show up. You could kill a villain target and die now if you want. Or I think probably just giving the scholar some HP or using your throwing knives is probably a good bet. Yeah, if you use your throwing knives, you'll be able to destroy the ship on your turn.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, or you could increase my next damage by 2, and then I can use my first hit with the throwing knives will take out the ship.
I mean, using throwing knives twice is way better than that.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Hadn't done the math. Alright, hang on a second now. If I'm trying to do maximum damage... See, part of my thing with doing lots of damage is I don't like overkills, because that feels like wasted damage to me. But yeah, with 7, 7, 8, 9...
You need to throat jab her first before killing anyone.
Okay. So what do we think for my other 2 targets here? Chip and...
If you hit Chip, you will die. Right now.
Oh, I see. Alright. Alright, so... Look at these other 2. So what do we think?
Final Breath would be good to have not in play.
Yeah. Final Breath and Battle Forged, I would probably hit. True Shot's if you do the math to see if you can get True Shot, you'd get her down to 3. She'd heal 2 when you played. She'd heal 3. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get her. She heals too much, and Phosphorescent Chamber helps that.
Alright, so say this again. I'm throat jabbing La Capitan.
Yeah, that will keep her from hitting you. And now you can safely take out 3 of the crew. Well, 2 of the crew in the ship, I would say.
Yeah, so we'll get rid of the Magnifica. And...
Final Breath is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Final Breath and Chip?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that hits the lowest is where, I in my opinion, worse at this point. Because I can just keep healing and probably will be okay.
Wraith is probably going to die this turn. Do you want to discard a card now?
Wait, discarding now is to get rid of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like either way, Wraith is probably not going to make it. So the question is, are they going to do more damage because of this, or is Scholar going to be able to do more damage? Probably them. So I would say if we discard now, we get rid of it.
Okay.
Usually what happens when you do this is another one comes out.
Yeah, totally. I don't know that this really matters. The Kraken is going to kill the Wraith. Oh well. Sad trombone. And Mabel comes out again.
Oh, Mabel.
Alright, engage support mode.
Battleforge is fighting the Kraken.
Alright.
I mean, I know what I'd play in this situation.
Be nice to have Mortal Form to Energy playing that, though.
Yes,
Yep.
it totally would. Speaking of which...
Would you like to use a power?
Um,
Or increase your damage?
yeah, use a power. For now. Increasing damage will be more useful once that starts being a thing I do. Ooh, lay a card now, yeah.
Yeah?
So you won't really. You don't have enough cards to pay for that.
Oh.
What? Yes, I do.
Well, you won't be able to play a card in your turn if you pay for it. And you're going to have to discard now, anyways.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I was too hasty.
Yeah, I wouldn't have played a form right now. With one card in hand, but yeah, we are going down.
Oh,
And
well.
out comes the ship again.
We're going down with the ship.
So this week, we were showing you how to lose to Le Capitan.
It's mostly let Pillars of Hercules stay out for a long time, see what happens.
If we had left it out longer, we would have won. Mark my words.
Would have lost faster, I guess.
You don't know that.
But I'm gonna heal 1 HP, guys.
You got this. Go
You
Scholar.
just do
2
it.
HP. 2 HP.
Yeah, thanks to that phosphorescent chamber. And if we can just keep
Here.
you alive, you'll be able to keep moving.
Heal some more.
It's just a round of like, every round I heal up, and then I take a bunch of damage.
Alright,
and
you
then
want to
I
keep
heal
moving
up.
now, or should I just heal you for 2?
I mean, if you can keep moving into a flesh to iron, you might live. That's the only way you might live. But I don't know if it's worth bothering.
Yeah. I'm okay to say that the Capitan has
Has bested us.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. It could. Yeah. I mean, the problem is at this point, it's probably either going to be a long slog to a loss, or a
Yeah.
long slog to a maybe win.
No, I don't. It's a short slog to a loss, no matter what. There's too much going on, and you can't stop it.
Come on, she's only got 72 HP. What's wrong with you guys giving up so early?
Yeah, the chat's requesting to see another new character as a consolation prize for everyone who had to see
Yeah, that's okay. We got one in the chamber.
to see
I
it.
did not play Le Capitan.
And there it is. All right. And unfortunately, we don't have... We were talking about this ahead of time. We don't have La Capitan's victory music in yet. But you guys are going to like it. It's pretty good. So there it is. And La Capitan actually managed to get herself all the way up to full HP before she killed us, just to add insult to injury. Alright, so game 2. What are you guys thinking? Alright, I'm trying to push the new game button. There we go. Alright.
We all have to press it.
Ah, got it.